Oh, damn!
What is up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster. And for all the jokes that I make when putting together my videos, when it comes to the subject of Xbox potentially shutting down their consoles, I legitimately feel bad for the people who are deeply invested in the Xbox ecosystem. Current management of Xbox has run a brand that many people loved into the ground.
That is some weak-ass bullshit.
On the other hand, for anyone out there still running with Xbox, there have been signs for a while that things were going to shit. The number of consoles that Xbox has sold compared to PlayStation and Nintendo is laughable. The PS5 has more than doubled the Xbox sales, and for cripe's sake, the Switch 2 has been out for a little over 4 months is all, and they have already sold around a third of the units that the Xbox Series consoles have sold. When you combine this with all the layoffs that we've seen at the company and the decision to move pretty much all their software to other consoles, it really should be easy to see what is happening to the brand.
And now I am the dead.
With that said, an insider a week or so ago came out and told us that Xbox is canceling their plans for the next-gen consoles, and that soon we would see retailers start to pull even current-gen stuff off the shelves. And now, about a week later, that is precisely what we are seeing already. Images have been circulating all over the internet in the past few days showing that Target and Walmart are starting to pull their stock from shelves. Naturally, the outlet Windows Central once again tried to write this off and claim that Xbox is doing just fine, with a supposed quote from someone at Xbox saying, "Target and Walmart, among other retailers, remain committed partners for Xbox consoles, accessories, and games."
Please disperse! Nothing to see here!
You're pathetically predictable.
But at this point, it seems like there is so much smoke that there has to be a fire of some kind. There are tons of posts on social media with people claiming that Xbox is getting pulled, or Nintendo stuff is being displayed where Xbox was once shown. This Windows Central article calls it misinformation, but the problem is that the brand has engendered such bad will over the past several years. Look at what they've done to Halo with all of their pride flag bullshit. Look at what they've done to games like Fable. That shit there is ugly. Call of Duty looks like crap these days. And this Game Pass thing has really pissed people off. So, call it misinformation all you want, but at a certain point it doesn't matter. The rumors will lead to it becoming true. Negativity breeds negativity, and the Xbox defenders out there want to control the narrative, but they really can't.
I got news for you, pal. You ain't leading but two things right now. Jack and shit. And Jack left town.
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I've had a lot of people tell me that they have been unwillingly unsubscribed to the channel, so make sure you check on that, and also, give me a follow over on X, where my handle is Dr. Disaster1, and if you feel like supporting the channel and helping keep the lights on, consider becoming a member for as little as $5 per month. But alrighty, let's look at the claims that people have been making about Xbox being pulled from shelves at major retailers. This article here from The Gamer discusses it. They say here, last month, one of the largest retailers in the world, Costco, confirmed that it would no longer be selling Xbox consoles. Now, several other vendors may be following suit. According to Reddit users who claim to work at Target and Walmart, both stores have have begun removing their Xbox stock en masse. On Wednesday, the Target I worked for has removed all Xbox games, and I'm pretty sure it will be store-wide, one user alleged. All the games have been discontinued and will likely go on clearance. My local Target is getting rid of their Xbox section, another person posted, attaching photo evidence. The electronics manager says they will no longer carry systems, games, or accessories. He also said all Targets in the Kansas City area are purging Xbox stock as well. The Walmart store I work at is getting rid of Xbox games too, another person commented. We are doing a store remodel now, and the new layout for electronics will have no Xbox games, and Switch and PlayStation will be condensed to one lock case each. In the year or so I've been in electronics here, I can count on one hand the number of times I've sold an Xbox game. And then at the bottom there you can see an image of what appears to be a bunch of Xbox stuff getting moved from display, but then the article continues on saying, when browsing Target stock online in the Kansas City area, you'll find that Xbox products are notably limited, much as these Reddit users claim. In the Kansas City North store, for example, there is only one Series S available, as well as a handful of controllers and limited stock on several games, including Doom: The Dark Ages. And that is how you know that there are problems. Doom: The Dark Ages infamously sold like shit when it came out this year, so having a limited supply of that game, particularly on Xbox, the least popular console, having limited stock on that though is a pretty bad sign. But then the article says, in stark contrast, there is an abundance of PS5 and Switch games, consoles, controllers, accessories, and merch. In fact, there are more PlayStation portals in stock than Xbox consoles. Even just picking a location at random, like Washington Square, shows this same disparity, with far fewer Xbox products being available in store than its competitors. But this isn't the extent of the bad look for Xbox. There are other places as well where it is reportedly either difficult or impossible to grab an Xbox, despite the fact that they are the least popular console by a wide margin, and stock should be high. This guy on X pointed out that Microsoft stores across most of Europe do not have stock for the Xbox Series consoles. And then here's a tweet from Endymion a few days ago. He usually has pretty solid information with his insiders. He wrote here, just got confirmation from people familiar with Xbox and Microsoft, but from what they told me, Xbox as a console is 100% done. They're not going to make any more consoles. They're going full third party. You can look back at this tweet when Microsoft inevitably confirms this eventually. Xbox as a console is finished 100%. Now, keep in mind that he said this a few days before this news of Target and Walmart pulling the consoles from their shelves came out, but there is at least one outlet out there trying desperately to convince everyone that everything is fine for Xbox. And with a name like Windows Central, it's impossible to be surprised that they'd be pushing back against the rumors. By now, everything they say about the subject comes off as someone who is desperate for the rumors to not be true. Their executive editor assured us a few years ago on social media that the rumor of Xbox software going third party was bullshit, and of course, he ended up being dead wrong. But let's read some of the article to see what evidence they are providing that Xbox is still alive and well. It says here, we spoke to a Target employee at our end who also discredited claims of a wider Xbox removal. Even the legendary Xbox alumni Larry Major Nelson chimed in, stating, all I know is I went to a couple of Target and GameStop stores this week and did find Xbox hardware and games for sale. I even did a little investigation investigative work by going to my local Target during an unrelated errand where I stopped by to check the shelves. Sure enough, everything was there except for the consoles themselves. When I checked their website, I noticed that not a single Xbox Series X was available, but multiple Xbox Series S consoles were for purchase. But Xbox stock does tend to fluctuate heavily, as Microsoft seems to manufacture them practically to order these days. And you're providing that information in an article defending Xbox as if that isn't a giant red flag? The thing is, a few people claiming that they haven't heard anything about these retailers pulling Xboxes off the shelves, and a few people claiming that they've seen Xboxes on the shelves at some of these retailers, a few people doing that is not enough to dispel this rumor. In this article, they also claim to have gotten a direct quote from Microsoft themselves saying, "Target and Wal-Mart, among other retailers, remain committed partners for Xbox consoles, accessories, and games." Well, I mean, that's what they would say if they were discontinuing their products and wanted people to buy their remaining product, isn't it? Forgive me if I don't feel particularly convinced, especially when you consider that an official statement like this from Microsoft itself should come from an announcement on social media. I mean, it's one thing for a leaker to contact someone with damaging information, but why would Microsoft make an official announcement through an intermediary like Windows Central? I'm not sure I buy that this is authentic, and once again, even if it is, that sounds an awful lot like corporate speak for don't pay attention to anything that's happening, keep spending your money on our products. From my perspective, folks, it really is looking an awful lot like the console wars are coming to an end. But I'm going to leave it there. Drop your mockery of the way Xbox has been managed into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.